What is up, everybody? Today we're going to try something a little bit different. I found this case study that was done by AG Capital as part of their Financial Modeling World Cup. It looks like there's a tournament for jet hockey. It is similar to a World Cup scenario where you've got fans from all of the different countries in the world that are participating that are going to come in and watch the games. Apparently, the way they do this is that there are both fans and supporters. The supporters are the folks that are going to come in and just watch until their team loses and then go home the next day. And then the fans are the ones that are going to come in on day one and stay until the final day. What they've asked you to do is put together a financial model to determine the amount of money that will be made by the host country, which is Fantastan, over the course of the tournament. So what I'm going to do is show you how I would handle this if I were given this as an assignment while at work. This is a really interesting case study. I enjoy the way it was put together. Let's jump into it. This is the Excel file that we were given to start off with. I'm going to go ahead and hide this cover page. We don't really need it. Now, here you see the assumptions page. On this page, you see each of the different countries, right? This here's the alphabetical order. This is the country name. This is the number of supporters. And this is the percent of those supporters that are fans. This is the spend in dollars per day. And this is the strength of each of these countries. Over here, you've got the seating for questions 1 through 7. And then you've got the seating for questions 8 and 9. And then question 10, it looks like you're going to do your own seating. This grid tab, what this shows is the bracket. So you'll have seed 1 versus seed 2. The winner will be here. You've got seed 3, seed 4. The winner will be here. The winner of seed 1 and 2 will play the winner of seed 3 and 4, and that will go on until there is one championship. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a copy of this and throw it into a sandbox page. The reason I'm doing this is in case something goes horribly wrong, I don't have to worry about going through and trying to undo everything to get back to where everything was normally. I can just start all over again. So what I'm going to do on this sandbox is I'm going to turn this into a table, this information into one table, rather than have just a series of information here. So as we need more information, I'm going to add it on to this table. So first things first, I'm going to give this thing a title. This is going to be when I say this thing, this column, this is going to be alphabetical order because that's all that is. So now we can see this. Oops, go back here. Delete that. Okay, so that works out well. Now the next thing I'm going to do, because most of the stuff that I do is VLOOKUP rather than index match, I'm just old school that way. I'm going to go ahead and take this country name and I'm going to throw it over here. So that way when I VLOOKUP on the seed, right, to get there, that's how I'm going to do that. I'm also just going to make a copy of this and call it copy. That way I can VLOOK up everything either from the country or from the seed, right? I can go seed to seed, I can go seed to country, etc. Let's go ahead and look at the first question that they've asked us. Question 1, which team will win the tournament? And so we know from our initial document that based on the strength, the team with the higher strength wins 100% of the time. So there are no upsets in this tournament. Makes it really easy to calculate it, makes it really boring to watch. However, all we have to do is make sure that we take the teams that are going to be playing, which are the seeds 1 through 16, and then make sure that we have the highest possible strength. So I'm just going to do this with a filter. So doing that, data filter. And then I don't want any of the DNQs gone, right? And then I want the highest strength. So if I do this and just scroll down, okay, so the highest strength is 92. Oops, not 60, 92. And let's make sure that there's only one. There is only one. Okay, now if there were two, the rules say in the assumptions that you should always take the team that is first in alphabetical order. And so that's how we figure out the biggest strength. So that means that Boria is going to be the champion here. And I'm going to go ahead and unfilter this. I think I need an overall strength. That will probably make it easier in order to calculate who's going to win. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort this entire thing. Oops, let's try that again. Oops, escape. There we go. Right click, sort, custom sort. So I'm going to sort first by strength, and I want the largest first, and then I'm going to add level, and then I'm going to sort by alphabetical order, A to Z, smallest to largest. And then over here, I'm going to add a column, overall. I'm not going to call it strength. I'm going to call this overall rank because that's what it is. So the lowest is going to be number 1. That's going to win every game. So that, and then I do equals this plus 1. So there we go. We have the ranks 1 through 26 for all teams. And we'll just do some VLOOKUPs on those, figure out who beats who. I have a feeling that will come into play. All right, so overall rank, that is that. Let's go back here, make this nice and pretty. There we go. Okay, cool. So first question was Boria. So there you go. Boria wins. Next one. How many days will the ordinary supporters of Conca team spend in Fantastan? So what we have to figure out is how long Conca is going to be in this tournament. So if I look at this grid, all I'm going to do here is do that VLOOKUP that we talked about. And actually, I don't want to do that $sign because that'll freeze everything. We'll just do the V6, okay? And then we're going to go back to the sandbox. Where is our... Okay, so here's our seed, right? And then I'm going to do this 2 ways. So 1, 2, 3, 4 for the country name, and then 6 for... No, I'm sorry. 5 for the... Yeah, 5. Okay, and then 5 for the seed number, the original seed number. I think I'm going to do it both ways so I can see it both ways on the grid. So let's do this. I'm going to do 4 false. This is going to give me the name there. Here we go. We'll just do this all the way down. There we go. And there's Conca. That's who I need to get after there. Oops. Okay. Cool. So that gives me all of those things. I'm actually going to copy this whole thing and do a new one over here. And I'm going to call this grid seed. So rather than do the name, I'm going to do the original seed. And we'll just do that. And so to fix this, just go back up here. So it went comma 4, comma to get the country. I'm going to do 5. So I'm going to do this, so Control H, comma 4, comma to comma 5, comma, and I'm going to replace all those. There we go, and now that's on seeds rather than everything else. There we go. Nice. Okay. Now the other thing is, I want to make a working model that'll change if the seeds change. So in other words, if the seeded teams change. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, this will be tough to figure out, but I'm going to name each of these games here and create a new table. So let's do the, let's call this grid table. And then there's a round, there's a game, there's a seed, and then there's a date. Right, for that to start. So let's start with there. So round 1, there are 16 teams. 16 teams. So make sure, yep, there's 16 there. And then there's game 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 8. So that's that. And then the seeds go that, and then equals that plus 1. That's how that works. And the dates, oops, hello. Oh, stop yelling at me thing. There we go, paste special values. All right, now let's take a look at the dates on this. So the dates, I believe the first one starts on, okay, 4/15. So you've got this game 1, we'll call this game 2, right? So these are on 4/15 and 4/16, 4/17, etc., right? So, okay, so the 4/15/2022. I think that's, is it 2022? Yeah, 2022. All right, so that, and then equals that plus 1. That plus 1, right? And we're going to take this, paste it the rest of the way down. So 415 through, oh, that only goes to the 18th. What am I doing wrong here? Oh, you know what? It's four teams. Yep, 4 teams, 2 games. That's why it's doing that. Okay, so equals that plus 1. So actually I'm going to take this and move this all the way up. Take that, should be able to copy that down. Boom, math. Okay, there we go. Now it gets a little goofy here when we do round 2. So this one there were 16 teams. Now there's going to be down to 8 teams. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, and then the game. Okay, so there's 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. Okay, and so there's, yeah. All right, now this, we're going to have to figure out, so based on whoever wins that first game, right, between seed 1 and 2, that's going to be this first team here, right? So, so we'll go equals v. Now we're going to find out the overall strength. You know what? Let's do this. Overall strength, and we're going to bring that in from what we had before, right? So equals VLOOKUP, seed 1, and then that was here, and then here's the overall rank. All right, so 4, 6. There you go. Okay, so there's our overall strength, right? For all these teams that are out there. Now, so what we're going to do to figure out which seed is going to play in that game, and this is going to be interesting, is this is just going to be dynamically changing, right? Because we're always looking at the sandbox. And so the sandbox V1 here, this is also our source of truth for the data. So everything we do, we're going to have to point back at that sandbox. Just that'll keep me honest there. Okay, so equals if this, which is the overall ranking, is greater than this. So if their overall strength, and you know what, it's not overall strength. I'm going to take that back. I'm going to rename this so it's appropriate. Overall rank. Okay, try that again. Equals if the overall rank of this one, right, is less than the overall rank of this one, then it's going to be this seed. Otherwise, it's going to be this seed. Okay. So we're going to do that, and then basically it's the same thing all the way down. However, this one, I'm going to have to move these each time. Oh, that's annoying. It's fine though. I'll have to do it once. All right. So, okay. So for game 2, the first of the seeds there, right? So that's going to be this 5, between 5 and 6. So that was 3 and 4. This should be between 5 and 6. And this one should be between 6 and 7. And actually, the way I'm going to do this, you know what, I'm going to get rid of these. So this one was between 5 and 6, right? And this next one is going to be between, hold up. No, this isn't, all right, so this should be game 1. All right, so it's game 1. This should be game 2. That's game 2. This should be game 3. It's game 3. This should be game 4. Okay, so that's not game 4. So move this down. No, wait, I can't do it that way. I have to keep it honest here. Oops, get back here, you. Okay. And this is game 5. Just gotta move this down. That down. That down. That down. All right, game 6. game 7. Okay, and then this one would be game 8. Okay, and so what I have moving on are 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 12, 14, 15. So let's see if that one works. Oh, and I got to check it over here. Let's go ahead and check this over here. Equals if. And we have to do the same VLOOKUP on the strength on there, don't we? I mean, basically we know, okay, so this team 2 is Borea, right? So Borea, okay. I think we'll check that here in a minute. So I'm going to point that thing back at this thing. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Now let's get the game for round 2. Game 1 is April 21st. Okay, so it goes up a date for each day. So that, and then equals that plus 1. Basically, we're just going to do that all the way down, right? And then 424. There you go. All right. And then round 3 begins. So 1, 2, 3, 4 games. Sorry. 1, 2. All right. All right. So round 3, we're going to have 2 games. So 4 teams. So 1, 2, 2. And then for the seeds, it's basically going to be the same thing, right? So I'm just going to do this, but from game 1. Now that is, I got to copy this down. All right. So there's that one. This will be game 2. So who plays game 2? Mike. There we go. Bring that down. Bring that down. Game 3. And game 4. Okay. And those games take place on the 26th and the 27th. And just real quick, get those in there. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Copy those down. And then round 4, this is the final round, right? And then we also have a loser's bracket, I believe. So this will be the winner's bracket. Okay, and so for that one, it's just going to be 1-1. And then same thing. It's from this first game here. There's that. All right, and then let's look at the next game. Okay, that one looks good. And then, yeah, that's the, I believe that's a championship, right? So championship game is 5-1. So that's going to be 5/1/22. There's that. And then let's do this. And then the other game is the third place game. Okay, so that's going to be the loser of the... Okay, so it's basically going to be the same formula here, but I'm going to reverse it. So it's the same formula for this. But I'm just going to reverse that. Yeah. And then this will be for game 2 there. This is 430, right? Yeah, 430. Okay. All right, so I think that will give us who stays and how long they stay, right? All right, so basically the result of the game is going to determine whether or not they leave, right? Now the only time that doesn't matter is in the consolation game, so we'll figure that out in a second. But date, leave, and that's really just going to be like equals. So it's equals if that if the overall rank is greater than that plus 1, right? Otherwise, leave that blank. And then I'm going to do the same thing here, but I'm going to pull this up. There we go. Format cells. That's a date. Okay, now they won't be leaving those. So, and if, oh, and I'm going to flip these. And there you go. And then I'm going to take this and do it the whole way. Actually, wait, I don't want to do it the whole way. Just want to do it to right here. Right? And then these are both going to be 5, 2. Right? And then, yeah, I think that is going to be correct. So that's the date that they leave. And then we need to know how long, length of stay, because this will finally get us to our answer, right? Equals that minus that. And because it's inclusive, we're going to add 1. All right, and then I'm going to do this so it doesn't count the blanks. If that equals that, nothing, otherwise that. Yeah. No, that doesn't work. Oh, you know what? It's because it's the, hold on. Date arriving, and everybody arrives on 4/15. So I have to change this formula to G2 minus D2. There you go. Oh, no, Control Z. Control Z. All right, and so I'm gonna hold on. Hold up, wait, all right. This goes over here. And then, okay, let me delete all that. And then take that. There we go. Why did that not? Okay. And okay. There's that. Let's try that again. There we go. Okay, so now they were asking about Conca, which I'm going to add in their name. Our source of truth again, right? So this. All right, and let's see. Where's Conca? Where's my boys Conca at? Okay, there's Conca right there. And they are staying 4 days. So go over here. They stay 4 days. Looks legit to me. All right, how many fans will come to see the tournament? All right, so let's look at our thing here. So we're looking at fans. So let's, for this, now round, we're going to do that times that. Oops. Oh, and I want 0. Okay, now this is Fantastan. For theirs, it doesn't matter because it's the host country. So I'm getting rid of that. And then for everybody else, this is the total number of fans. 87,839. 87,840. You know what? Let's just not round. Maybe that's what's going on. That times that. And this is 0. 87,840. Oh my gosh, they didn't round it. That makes things kind of weird because now you have like parts of people, but whatever. Okay, so it's 87,840. How many supporters, excluding fans, will come to see the tournament? 25 points. All right, so that is non-fan supporters. So that's just simple equals that minus that. And this is going to be a big old 0 again. Now, the thing about the supporters is that it is only the teams that qualified that are going to actually show up. So all of these DNQs, I'm going to add a layer to this. Equals if this equals DNQ 0, otherwise the rest of that. And that's always going to be 0 right there. I'm going to hard code that. Okay, so how many non-fan supporters are coming? 5, 6, 7, 3, 7, 8, 8, 6. 5, what was it? What did I have? 5, 6, 7, 3, 7, 9. Yep, so it's that one. Personally, I would have rounded that, but you know, whatever. Their rules there. All right, how much money will the fans spend in total over the course of the tournament? So I got to figure out how long everyone is there to figure out how. Oh wait, no, the fans are going to be there the entire time. So they're going to be there from the 18th through the 1st. So just real quick, 4/18/22. Whoa, come on now. Don't do that to me. Format cells. Give me a date. All right, and then 5. There's that. And then equals that minus that plus 1 because it's inclusive. No, wait, it's not 418. It's 415. I caught that. So 18 days. Okay, so we need to know how much money the fans will spend in total over the course of the tournament. So let's do the fan spend. So it's equals that, so that's the number of fans, times the number of days, let's freeze that, times the spend per day, which is that right there. All right, and this one again, we're going to hard code that at 0. Let's see what our number is. 365, 681, 677.50. 365, 681, 678. Yep, I guess that rounds up. So that's our number. Nice. how many teams are there that will have more money spent by the fans compared to the ordinary supporters, not including the teams that haven't qualified for the finals? Okay, so that's the fan spend. Call this non-fan supporter spend. Kind of move this over a little bit. Okay, so we need to figure out how long they're going to be there. Okay, so length of stay, right? So equals if that equals DNQ, we're going to do a 0, right? Otherwise, if you look up the seed, and let's see, oh, I wonder what will happen if I do it like this. Let's see, format cells, number, no decimals. It's just the number of days, right? Okay. So is that not working for, yeah, it's not working for anybody out of the first round. So instead of doing the V lookup, there's a max ifs. So let's go to the max range. And the criteria range is going to be that Q or K2. K2. Oh wait, no, it's this one. Sorry, that's the max range. And then here's K2. Oh wait, no, that's going to give me a. Oh, I can just do a sum. That's. See, I told you I was going to let you watch me fumble. All right, so otherwise, sum if. And then it's the, yeah, okay, so sum if F4, K2, this guy right here. There we go. All right, now the one thing that I think I want to know though is, well, let's see if this gives us an answer that's on their list. That times the per day spend. Again, you are 0. Oh wait, and I gotta multiply that by the number of non-fan supporters. And again, this that one I gotta zero out. 1.068 million. Oh wait, that's not the question. It's how many will outspend. All right, let me see if I can get these two to add up. So if I take that and then I add this in, where am I at? 1.434. Okay, so I don't have 1.434. I think it's because I didn't add in, I think if you make it, I think I saw an assumption where if you make it to the quarterfinals, you're going to stay all the way. So I think these folks are going to do that. And now, even though they lost, right? Yeah, there. That's gonna be more accurate, I think. So let's just do total spend equals sum of that, comma, that. Currency. 1.540308. 1.5. No. I'm like 540308. Okay, I'm gonna pause and check the assumptions again. Okay, I think I found my error. I think I assumed that the people that would come for this third place game on April 30th would stay through until the finals on the 2nd. I don't believe that's the case. So I think they will actually leave on the 1st. There you go. Okay, so let's see what that gives us with our numbers there. 1.515304. All right, let's see if that's an option on our answer sheet. Yeah, there's the number right there. All right, so that's that one, and I believe we're being asked a question up here. How many teams are there that will have more money spent by the fans compared to the ordinary supporters? So, fans spent more? Question mark? So it's like equals if. So if that equals D and Q, we don't care. Or if that is greater than that, count it. All right, I see 2. 1, 2. So let's go ahead and say 1, 2. How much money will be spent in total over the course of the tournament by both fans and horse sport? Okay, we figured that one out. That's 50 points. All right, now questions 8 and 9 deal with the alternative scenario. All right, so they changed the seating on us. Okay, so no problem there. We're just going to do scenario 2, right, for all this same stuff. So it's basically this, but grid table 2. And then what I'm going to do, and this is based on the grid seed, which I don't think we need to do that. I think I did it this way. Okay, so all I'm going to do on this one is change this. So I just need to change the seed from this G to J to H to J and make that a 3, and there's that. So that's all of that. And then the overall rank seed, okay, but I think I need to change the seed again. So it's going to be, instead of G through L, it's going to be H through L, and this is going to be 5. Okay, I think that's that. Okay, and then the sandbox v1 truth. So I'm going to do, well, no, I'm going to leave that there because everything's pointing to it, right? And I'm going to, okay, so that's all scenario 1. I'm going to basically do this for scenario 2. So I need, what do I need here? So the fans and supporters are going to be the same. The fan spend. Okay, so it's basically going to be these 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need that much more. All right, and so 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, wait, because I need these two. Those are going to be different. Yeah, so I need 6. So give me 2 more. All right. And I'm just going to highlight these. Actually, wait, the fan number does not change, so that's fine. The non-fan supporters. All right, so let's. All right, so it's if that equals D and no, it's not that anymore. Okay, so let's just rehash this thing here. All right, so non-fan supporters. I'm just going to copy this, dump this into here. Ah, easy for you to say. All right, copy you, dump you into there. All right, now I don't care about that D and Q. I care about that D and Q. Yep. So there's that. And again, we'll zero you out. And the fan spend. Okay, so the fan spend is going to be the same actually, because they spend the same no matter what. And then the length, because the fans are always going to be there. It's going to be the same fans no matter what. They're always there, and they're going to spend the same amount per day for the entire length of the thing. Okay, so the length of stay. So all I have to do here is change this to grid table. I think grid table _2. I think that does it. Let's see. Okay, but that is goofy. So are some of these 1, 2, 3? There shouldn't be any value on the 3s. It should only be on the 4s and the 5s. Yeah. Okay, and some of those are getting okay, let's see if I got the overall rank correct. I think I did this already, right? Oops. All right. Oops. Come here, you. The overall rank. So look up the seed in Sandbox View and Truth, H through L. So is it H? Yeah, it's H through L, 5. Oh, so that's fine. And then that one's bigger, so that one wins. That one's bigger, so that one wins. These dates are all the appropriate dates. Who's got 20? Somebody's got 22. That's not going to work. Somebody's got 26. Okay, so Dynamica, which... Oh, that's why. I have to move this to there, to move this to there. Yeah, then this should be grid table _2. So change that. There we go. It would have probably been easier if I just rebuilt it. Okay. Non-fan supporter spend. All right, so it's going to be the length of stay times the fan, no, non, yeah, times that, and times the spend per day. There you go. And then U again will be 0. And then I don't think they care if the fans spend more. I don't think that was a question on there. We should have 16 that are spending here. Why are we not having? Okay, so they should have 5% of their 35,000 people. They're fans. Non-fan supporter spend. What's going on? Oh. Non-fan supporters is this. There we go. All right, let's make sure that those qualified. Yeah, that qualified there. All right, let's try that again. And then that's going to be 0. All right, so then we'll do total spend V2. So the equals, so this is for questions 8 and 9. So it's that and that. Oops. Hey, equals sum of that, comma, and that. Nope, not that. And 2.88. Let's see if that works. Oh no, that's not right. Okay, wait. So it's not that. It's that and then the fan spend. That's why I had it pointed in the wrong spot. 2.1 million. 2.1679542 to the penny. All right, so there's that. There's that. All right, under the new assumptions, which team's fans and supporters will spend the most money over the course of the term? So, okay, so this will be call this the total spend equals sum of the non-fan spend and the fan spend. Okay, and equals max. What's the most? 441 as format. What is that now? 441621075. So it's that one right there, which belongs to Vanustan. Who could forget Vanustan? Okay, and then we get to question 10. Okay, and so after looking at question 10 here, what I've come to determine is that this thing is going to require a solver. This thing's already 48 minutes in. I was hoping to keep it under a half hour, but yeah, I don't want to go that deep with you. So appreciate your time watching. Hopefully you liked some of what you saw. Feel free to leave any comments, good, bad, indifferent, scathing, whatever they might be, in the section below. Thank you all. Like and subscribe.